Dun, 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 dun.
12 movies advertised thus far. I mean, it's been quite a big lineup with this whole HBO Max same-day release schedule. Now we are on number 13. I believe the final one, if I counted this right. It's been a while since I checked the list, so I might be wrong. But The Matrix 4, Resurrections, I'm pretty sure, I think I'm safe in saying out of all the releases thus far, besides, well, I mean, there's been so many releases so far besides just, like one-off films, stuff that didn't come from attached franchises. Then you had, DC films, stuff from Godzilla vs. Kong, the MonsterVerse. You've got other films that are trying to get that franchise appeal that might already have that in some capacity, but, it's very much a startup with Dune. But The Matrix, I think, is probably the longest running legacy out of any of them. Probably, besides DC, of course, but this film franchise has been around for how many years now? I mean, The Matrix is very popular, and we're bringing it back, which doesn't surprise me because we are on a big trend nowadays of, rebooting everything. Everything classic. Well, rebooting or making sequels to. Just continuing on what's been already established. Where this one goes, we'll see. I don't know. Again, I love the Matrix movies. And yes, number 2 and 3, they're not perfect. I mean, granted, you go back and watch. I love the scene with the whole Neo versus Smiths thing, but yeah, you can still see the one person is clearly not Hugo Weaving. So there were, glitches in the Matrix, so to speak. But I still thought, the general story overall was very fun. Again, I love the action choreography and the intense hand-to-hand martial arts type combat sequences. That's definitely, I'm hoping for more of that here. We'll see where this goes. Like, again, as I've said, I don't know if this needs to happen, but we'll see where the trailer goes. I mean, again, it's like, what story are we missing? We had a bit of a finality of Matrix Revolutions, so let's see. But anyway, quite a cast here. Of course, Keanu Reeves is coming back. I would prefer, in all honesty, the shorter hair. I think it's a bit of a better distinguishing than the long hair with John Wick. I sort of feel like, I know he's got the long hair based on the set photos I've seen. That doesn't surprise me. But because I know it's just probably convenience. And, of course, John Wick 4 and 5 are going to be I think they're going into production pretty soon if they haven't already. So it's not a surprise, again, that, we're just keeping the long hair. But I still feel like it's a bit of a loss with Neo. But there's many other people returning for the film. Carrie-Anne Moss, love her. Jada Pinkett Smith is also back. Lambert Wilson, the Merovingian. I cannot wait to see him. Probably a couple other names. I think Daniel Bernhardt is also returning as Agent Johnson. That's pretty cool. But a bunch of new people. I love so many of these new cast additions. Jessica Henwick, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who's there? Priyanka Chopra Jones, and Jonathan Groff, and Neil Patrick Harris. All big names. I can't wait to see how they integrate. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what I think of the movie. Of course, the final trailer, but this one's certainly, I will say, though, I think it's kind of funny that it's being advertised so late. I mean, they definitely kicked off the advertising campaign, I think, in very interesting fashion. And just for the record, feel free to clarify down below if I'm wrong on this, but didn't they use the What is the Matrix URL from years ago? Like, I thought that's what was attached to the old film. So they're doing it again. I thought there were new trailers, because a bunch of the channels I'm subscribed to kept playing, like, there's a new trailer for The Matrix, new trailer for The Matrix. And I went on the site, and I went looking, I was curious. And it seemed to be, like, changing by the day. It was really weird. I'm like, it's sort of like new trailers, like, every hour. So I've seen, I guess, maybe some small frames, but this is the longer cut. So, again, I could have covered those, but I'm like, there's just too many to catch up on. So we're going to go ahead and it kept just changing. So at one point, I'm like, I'll just give up. I'm going to watch, when the trailer debuts. We're going to take a look at that, and I'll see, does The Matrix 4, I guess, again, maybe we're rebooting again, get The Matrix going again, which would be fine. I think it's great. Maybe we continue on the legacy of those movies, because they are really, I think the general story was a lot of fun. And I like the whole Matrix concept. It's very unique. But does it need to happen? We'll see. We'll see what the trailer demonstrates. Without further ado, we're going to watch this first, and we'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment while I was watching the video together. Okay, without further ado, let me pull this up. Here we go. Hang on a second. That's the wrong window. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look. No. Oh, bliss.
Thomas? You seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams.
Flashbacks?
Am I crazy?
We don't use that word in here.
Psychiatry sit-down session. It's going to be very interesting. Although Neo's dead, so Is that a rubber ducky?
Hi.
Have we met?
I'd say so, but are you both dead? Oh. Did she say one pill? That fits in with the music quite a bit. Or quite the movie, I mean. A lot of blue pills. He's definitely, I'd say, locked in the... Is he plugged back in?
Time to fly.
Is he Morpheus? Oh, Lawrence Fishburne's not back.
You're going to have to follow me.
Oh, she's got blue hair this time. That's interesting. I mean, this is her first debut in here. It's the first time I've seen Jessica Henwick
still here.
dyed hair.
I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up.
Oh, beautiful.
You don't know me. No?
Please tell me we're getting more of that. It kind of feels weird having The Matrix come back in Christmas, though. Is The Matrix a Christmas movie? I don't know. This feels like a summer film to me. An interesting musical track. But now I'm buying the music. That fits actually very well in the trailer.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
He's got black hair. Someone got a dye job. He looks good at it, too. Looks interesting. We'll see. Well, never say never. We are in 2021. Last of same day releases. For now, anyway. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. But it's been fun. I appreciate it. It's made things a lot easier. We'll see. But I see shades of possibly a very good Matrix film. I find it weird, though, that they didn't bring Lawrence Fishburne back, but it seems Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who's a great actor, by the way, done a lot of stuff lately, too. He looks so much like a young Lawrence Fishburne. Young Morpheus? Is that where we're going with this? I don't know. Well, again, like I said, we'll see. I'm generally interested. There's not as much green lighting. I mean, something I will say with the original films. Remember back to like the original Matrix movie where it was sort of the Matrix, well, the machine world, essentially, with Zion and all that. That was more so like a very dark black, blue, and, you know, well, some red lighting, essentially from the electronics or the machines. But the Matrix world was very like black, gray, and green. It just had that aesthetic. This is very color. Oh, I guess actually that fits into the Revolutions. Because, you know, the ending, it was a very colorful future, I guess, for the Matrix. So maybe that makes sense. It's just kind of different. I mean, throwing me off a bit. But I mean, it's kind of... So what was in these really fast frames? Let me see. Oh, that's a real... Wow. Someone got really plugged in. That's crazy. Yeah, it looks intense. I'm very excited to watch it, though. I think it might impress. But again, we'll see. I think... Well... How many months do we have until the probably never trailer would release? I mean, the film's coming out in December, so we've got about 2-3 months. I would say probably November, maybe. We'd get another trailer. That'd be my guess anyway. I'd like another one. I think, you know, in some... I'm grateful they had some of the action sequences here. It did seem a bit soft in some regards. The music kicked up toward the end, and that helped. And it did, I think, more intense as we went along, but... It just felt a little bit softer. But I think maybe the next trailer will probably get into more action, I'm sure. I hope there's more action in the movie. Because, I mean, specifically with the Yahya Abdul-Mateen scene, I guess, in this little, like, ocean retreat, the fluidity of the uniform, too, works very well. There's this real synchronicity in terms, especially with the karate and the martial arts movements. It's beautiful. It definitely reminds me of the original run. So I'm very excited for that. Is there anything else worth noting? I'm so excited for Carrie-Anne Moss. I love her as an actress. What's going on here that, like, she's splitting? I mean, we have to explain here, too, how exactly they're able to come back. I guess maybe... I don't know. Maybe the Matrix is having... Maybe it's a virus or something. I have no idea. Just maybe trace back to the past. Because, I mean, she did die, and so did Neo. But they're both back. What's this in the middle? Like, they're joining hands? Because you get all these soldiers... Again, like I said, it doesn't look the same aesthetically. I kind of miss the green lighting, but I'm open to, seeing where this goes. But it's like everybody's pushed back by them touching hands. Why does that feel so reminiscent to another movie? You know what that feels like? It looks like Cloak and Dagger, almost. Or that type of imagery, but... Maybe those who die in the Matrix, however they're brought back, makes them more powerful? I have no idea. Again, a lot of stuff here, we'll see. This is very much, I think, a we'll see situation. Because, while I'm very aware that with, the track record, again, by the way, I will note, just before I finish up, John Van Groff, I do love the black hair. I always wanted to dye my hair black. I never got around to doing that, though. Black or dark brown? Jealous. Anyway. I'm jealous. Because he looks good. And especially the suit. Looks very sharp. It does feel in some regard that at least all these office scenes... Again, like I said, I really do kind of miss the overall green and black ambiance. But, I mean, hey... Like I said, this might fit well into the context of the third film where, everything was restored, essentially. And there was peace, I guess, broken between, the machine world and the Oracle and the Architect. Where this goes, though, we'll have to see. But like I said, I'm very familiar at this point. I try not to judge movies before I've seen them too much. Everything maybe is a content grievance on my part. But I'm very aware since The Matrix, and even with the last two films, that the Wachowskis have not had the most successful film run. I mean, I think about films like, I haven't seen it yet, but Jupiter Ascending, I remember one that was referenced quite a lot. And maybe perhaps they weren't the best received. Maybe it's just The Matrix is a sweet spot. Who knows? Even though, the last couple films had some imperfections. I mean, as much as I enjoyed them, they weren't perfect. But we'll see where this goes. I mean, again, I really do enjoy the general Matrix storyline. But for me, I would have preferred to see a couple more action sequences here. But that's fine. I mean, if it's more so just like, hey, we got all these big name actors, it's a cast montage, fine. Because it looked fun. It really did. I'm very excited to see more. And hopefully we get another trailer pretty soon. Maybe this will be, the first film in another trilogy. That's the big thing to do nowadays. Who knows? What are your guys' thoughts with The Matrix Resurrections? It's very interesting. So essentially, again, hinting at Neo and... where's Morpheus, though? I don't know. Yahya Abdul-Mateen really looks like a young Morpheus. Huh. I mean, we're missing a couple names here. It's not exactly getting the entire band back together because Lawrence Fishburne isn't here. Hugo Weaving, I don't believe, is here either. Well, if everybody else is being brought back to life, why can't you bring back Hugo Weaving? I don't know why they didn't bring Lawrence Fishburne back, but Yahya Abdul-Mateen has a really similar vibe to me in terms of the performance and just the look. I mean, he puts the shades on, he looks like a young Lawrence Fishburne. Like I said, we'll have to see. What are your guys' thoughts so far, though, with The Matrix Resurrections? Let me know down below. Don't forget all this stuff, the like, subscribing, the sharing, and that bell. Maybe in the future we'll get more HBO Max releases on the same day. Who knows? Again, like I said, 2021... 2022 could be equally as unexpected. We'll have to see, but it's been enjoyable at least. Hopefully we'll get another trailer pretty soon for The Matrix in the next couple of months, I would imagine. But I am genuinely interested. Whatever your thoughts are, as I said, let me know down below. I am going to try to stay away from the leaks, though. I've heard that one's been thrown around. That apparently, at least suspiciously, I'm guessing, the plot got leaked online. I will try my best to avoid if that is true. But again, I mean, how many times do you see a plot leak? It's really not, but I'll try to do my due diligence and, go into the theater completely just ready to have my mind blown by, again, another Matrix movie. But until we get to whatever point we get to look at more stuff maybe for The Matrix or for another film, maybe from HBO Max or something else, I will see you guys where point that is. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Remember, love yourselves, your fellow man. God bless. And peace.